What's up, everyone? So let me ask you this. Do you trust your mechanic? Do you trust where you take your car to get worked on? Do you go to a garage that you've been taking for a while and you have 100% trust in them? Well, I did trust a garage for about 2 years until this last week. Hey everyone, before I let the video keep going, when I recorded, I wasn't really thinking exactly how I was going to set this up because I was waiting on a few things. But here's how the video is going to go. I'm going to talk about about my experience, and then right after that, I'm going to show highlights of the video, the most important parts of what happened to my car. And after that, I'm going to talk a little bit about it. And then after me talking about it, I'm going to put the videos without editing, okay? So if you want to watch the whole thing, it's going to be long on that part. But if you want to watch the whole thing, I'm not going to edit that part. I want to be as clear and as open as possible. And for those that just want to come here and see the highlights, look at the description of my video, and I'll put where exactly starts, so you can just click on the time and it takes to the highlights. Okay, so hang in there. I hope you, to me, I think it's worth for you to watch the whole thing, and I'm really curious to hear everybody's opinions. Okay, if you suffer something like that, and let's get going. Here's my car. Nothing fancy. 2008 Ford Focus. It's getting pretty close to 190,000 miles. Okay, it drives great, no problems. And when I was driving past 60 miles an hour, the car would shake, vibrate, and I was hoping it was just tires that I needed. Took the mechanic that I usually take to, and that's what I said. I need tires, brakes, and rotors done. I'm like, all right, how much is it? They told me, quoted me $550. I'm like, get it done. And to my surprise, I found out what they actually did to my car, and I'm not happy. Take a look at my car real quick before I show you what they did. As you all can see, there's a camera right there. It's not hidden. My car is a little messy, so I apologize. But as you can see, right, it is, as soon as you walk inside the car, there's no way to miss it. And it's off right now, but if I plug it in, it's gonna come on. And after about 2 minutes, the screen goes off, but you'll be flashing here that's recording. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's a green light, that means the GPS is on. The red one, that means it's charging the battery, internal battery. And the center one, which is flashing blue, I don't know if you can tell you, but that means it's recording. Okay, it records audio, video, speed, and location, and the date, right? So, let me turn that off. So I took it to the shop, and I dropped it off in the morning. It was 12:40 actually, afternoon. So right before 1 o'clock. And I told them what the deal was. And within 20 minutes, they tell me what I need. I tell them to get it done. Then at 15 till 5 o'clock in the afternoon, they call me, saying my car is ready. I take the car. I get there, my bill is actually $587 and a few cents. I'm like, yeah, it's a little higher than what I was quoted, but I'm like, hey, add taxes and whatnot, then sure, whatever. They always been doing a great job in my car. So I didn't even think twice. I paid the bill and went on my merry way. And it was my day off, so I didn't really have anywhere to go. But I live about 5 minutes from where the shop is. So I took for a quick spin, like not even 10 minutes on the highway, just to feel the car, see how well it drives. And it drives really nice. There's no vibration whatsoever. It feels really good. I'm very satisfied. I did notice that the engine was a little rougher than normal, but I didn't think much of it. And went home and okay. On the following day, I drove for about an hour and a half. Still pretty happy with it. The engine still sounded a little off for me, but it wasn't a major deal. And then at nighttime, I was gonna make a YouTube video showing the before and after. You know, before it was, you would see like the video vibrates a lot, and I'm gonna show that to you guys. And I was gonna make that video for my YouTube my Brazilian YouTube channel, because a lot of Brazilian people, they love cars. So I wanted to show how much it costs to repair your car, to get tires and all that good stuff. So Friday around midnight, I'm going through the video. I downloaded the videos from the Dashcam to my computer, and I started to see things that I'm not happy about. I wish, honestly, I wish I downloaded the videos right after I got the car, because me driving an hour and a half on Friday ended up deleting a lot of videos, a lot of feed, mainly from when they did the diagnosis. But I'm thankful that I was able to get a video when they test drove and on, after they put the tires and the brakes on. So I'm watching the video where he comes out of the garage, and the mechanic is going to take for a spin test drive. And at first he slams on the brakes. Kind of makes sense. He put new brakes on, sure. And by the way, I almost forgot to say, my car is a manual. As you can see, it's not the automatic that most people have. So you have a little more control over shifting gears, the RPMs and all that good stuff. So when he took off, he spun the tire about 2 or 3 times. And the whole test driving that he did, he was rough. He revved up the engine more than he should have. But I'm thinking like, all right, fine. He's test driving. Okay, service is done. No big deal. But I got really upset at what I saw afterwards. Afterwards, I see him. He parked. The car was parked for a while in their parking lot. And about half hour later, I think 20 minutes, I don't remember, but I see him. He gets the car, he parks in front of the shop, and then I see he open the door for a customer. The customer gets in my car and he starts driving, and I am glad that my car is a manual, because of that, she ended up asking about it. Okay, she says like, oh, this is a manual transmission, haven't seen those in a long time, I kind of like him. And he's like, yeah, I like him too. She asks him, so is this your own car? And he says, no, it's a friend of mine. I brought it in to put tires and brakes on. Clearly he knows he's doing something that he shouldn't. That clearly, there's no way around it, because he's telling a customer that the car he's driving is not a customer's car, it's his friend's car. I would really like to know how she would feel if she knew they use customer's car to transport other customers. And when he drives her home to her area, it's not very far from the shop. He drives perfectly. He revs up the engine normally. That there's no, let's say, abuse to the engine, to the car. He's driving like perfectly. But as soon as he drops her off, then the revving up the engine starts again. And that really pisses me off. Like, there's about 2 or 3 times that he pushed the gas pedal so much, like the engine, it just made a weird noise that I never heard before from my car. My car is old. You know, I take care of it. And, it's not a fancy car. It's not a racing car. Um, and I wanted to last. You know, there's a reason why it's almost 190,000 miles. I own this car for like almost 5 years. It's gonna be 5 years. I think in May or so, April this year, and like I want it, and I can tell it's gonna last a lot longer. But seeing that is like, man, and the reason I trusted them is because first time 2 years ago I brought it over there, like I had something on the road where I bent a metal bar in my car, and I took it over there to see what I need to do to fix it, and they repaired, which was, if I'm not mistaken, the same mechanic. They fixed and didn't charge me anything, which I was shocked and very grateful. And like from that day on, I'm like, I'm gonna bring my car here anytime I need anything. And I always trust them. Like last year, my engine needed some work. It cost me 400 some bucks. I didn't ask any questions. I didn't doubt it. I took their word, and I was always happy with it. Just like this time, the car drives nice. Besides the rough of the engine, the rough sound of the engine, but I think I think right now it's okay. But anyways, I ended up sending like a long email to their Facebook page, and the owner, like with all the details. I didn't leave anything like I didn't say like, hey, there's like extra miles on my car, like what happened. I didn't try to catch him on the lie. I was honest from the get-go. I was like, I have video, I have audio. This happened at this time, blah blah blah. So I didn't try to catch him on another lie. I'm like, I just like, here's what happened. The owner contacted me on the following day, apologizing. He's embarrassed, and I really appreciate him talking to me. But he said he was gonna make it right. He was gonna talk to the mechanic, blah blah blah. The following day, he calls me saying like, hey, you said that your girlfriend was thinking about getting tires, which it was true, and then she was gonna go there to get it, but after that she decided not to go to that shop. And he's like, hey, I'll give you a deal. I'll sell the tires at cost, and I'll charge you for labor. I was like, well, let me see what she says. She might not want it, but I'll give it a shot. I hung up the phone, and I'm thinking like, what about me? Like, my car is the one that got abused or used as transportation without my authorization, my permission. What do I get out of this? But anyway, so I asked my girlfriend. She's like, yeah, she's not sure, but she's like, okay, we'll do it. And he asked me what tire size she needs. I gave him the information. So that was a Tuesday. Wednesday, which yesterday was Wednesday, nothing happens. I don't hear from him. And then like today, like I just send my messages like, hey, my girlfriend doesn't want the tires anymore for now. And then I ask, and before that, I told him like, hey, I need, depending on what the discount's gonna be, we'll keep our business, but I also want some compensation. He didn't agree. He didn't say yes or no to that, but he said he would look into it. And since I didn't hear from him today, I was like, hey, my girlfriend doesn't want that anymore. She decided to wait on the tires. So I told him like, what kind of refund he can give me from my bill that I had with you guys for like $587 or whatever. He said he's not in the shop, and then tomorrow, Friday, tomorrow is April 6th, he's gonna see what kind of deal he can give me that is fair for both of us. I want to be honest. If I was the owner of the shop, I would have made that bill go away. I would have refunded the money 100%, because what was done to the customer car, my car, is completely unacceptable. The thing is, and he knows I have a video, so, and I did tell him that I was making a video for YouTube, so he shows no interest of at least stopping that or really trying to make me happy. I'm very curious what he's going to offer tomorrow, but it's very disappointing. And I want this video out there so I can warn as many people as I can, not only about this shop, but From what I'm reading, a lot of shops do that. I'm not saying it's all of them, but when you think you trust somebody and they do that to you, it's it's very upsetting. So I really like to know what you guys think. What do you guys think would be fair? What kind of compensation would be fair? And see what happens. So this video shows how bad my car was vibrating. With the camera shakes a lot more than the car does, but it gives you an idea that, you know, it's vibrating. So now the next video is gonna be the mechanic test driving right after he repaired the car.
Now, before I judge, full disclosure.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, Franklin's a cat. The others are dogs.
Cats don't even know where they are, nor do they care. Full disclosure, I took the little dog, the peer, the jerk peer, to this play date place a couple of times to see if it would help with the pee. It did not. We haven't been back.
Is that the pee whisperer?
Yeah.
And what did he say to you? Why do you pee so
Here's the mechanic. He's gonna go get the customer. He's gonna take home. And see, my car it's ready. It's already being test driven. Make sure everything is okay. So there's no reason why they shouldn't have called me so I can come get my car. And I'm gonna leave the conversation here in a little bit so you guys can hear what they talk about.
Well, I was on my way to the grocery store. Thank goodness I've got leftovers from lunch. Did you smell them?
So which way are we going?
We are going east. I live...
Back this way? Or?
Yep. Oh, I don't know if you can get through that way. This way. I think you'll have to get on 152.
Okay.
I don't
Heading
know.
towards Liberty?
Yeah. I don't know. Can you get to 152 going this way? I mean, to Brighton, if you can.
I don't think so. I haven't really driven very much back in this area.
My son used to live in the third house over there. So,
Oh, yeah?
yep. Not anymore.
Sold it and moved out, huh?
Yeah, they moved over by the airport. He actually sold it to his sister-in-law.
At least it's staying in the family.
Does that not suggest to you that someone has a problem?
Oh my goodness, how long since I've even seen manual transmission? I actually like it.
I do too.
Is this your own car?
No, it's a friend of mine's. I brought it in today to get tires put on for him and new brakes.
I understand what you're saying, and I think that this was one case.
I used to have a van, a double wide van with a manual, and man, took that place everywhere. Took that thing everywhere. I love that thing.
I never had a car it was manual, but I always had a truck. I usually had GMCs or Chevys.
Yeah, well, at that point, my ex-husband was working for Ford, so we had lots of Fords. the last bit of the baseball game. Yeah, I will.
Now, I was wondering how they were doing today.
Well, Trent said that they were ahead 4-0 when I came in about maybe half an hour ago.
Nice.
Yeah, more than that. So we'll see.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that type of service? Did you like it? Would you be okay with it? Anyways, before I forget, like the name of the auto shop. So the auto shop is called Hunt Car Care, which is they have 3 locations. That location is in Kansas City, Missouri. And apparently they're separating from 2 locations because they're changing the name to North Oak Car Care. But on my receipt, it does show both. It shows North Oak Car Care and Hunt Car Care. I'm not really sure all the details on that, but they're changing their name. Anyways, so today I got a phone call from the owner. I wasn't able to answer, so an hour or 2 hours later, I don't remember. I called back. He didn't answer, and I was going to be tied up, so I sent him a text message saying I won't be able to talk on the phone for the next hour or so, and what he could come up, like what kind of refund he can give me. And some time passed, and his reply is, I'm going to read to you exactly what he said. Let's see here. He said, sorry, I was in the meeting when you called. So what would I like to offer you is some discounted services or maybe some free oil changes or something like that. Let me know if that would be okay. Come on. You're going to offer me some discount on a future service? Really? A free oil change? I'm sorry, but that's like... That's really saying, I don't care about the customer. I mean, you can't really offer any discount from what I pay? Nothing? My reply to him is, well, I'm going to read it to you guys since I read his text. Here's what I sent to him. I'm like, sorry, that's not good for me. If you can't give me some type of refund from my bill, then you just lost a loyal customer. If it was my business, I would have refunded the whole amount as soon as I had seen the video. But I wasn't expecting the whole amount. I wish you and your business the best of luck. Come on. Seriously? After all that, what you guys did to my car, you used to take out the customers home. The cars, I'm listening. It's just like, man, that's all you can do. I mean, and I'm being honest. If I was the owner, after I seen the video, and have my employee doing that to my customer, I'm like, here's the money back, man. I apologize. That's not what we about here, and I will address it. I mean, he does say he's gonna address it with the mechanic, but man, Like I can't tell you how much upsetting this is. It's just. Anyways, I really appreciate all you guys' opinion. If you can share, I'm gonna put a link. I made a post on Reddit also this week. If you guys can go check it out, in that post from Reddit, I pasted the email I sent to the owner. Another thing is, I'm going to put a link of the dash cam that I use in my car. I highly recommend getting a dash cam for your car. Doesn't matter which one. What I would recommend is that it has a GPS built in. That's very helpful. It kind of tells you the speed and all that. But that's it, guys. Now the video after this is gonna be everything without much editing. I'm not gonna show where the customer lives. Not her fault. I'm not gonna show her face. But that's it. Really appreciate you guys checking this out and all you guys support. Have a good one.
Took the little dog, the pier, the jerk pier, to this play date place a couple of times to see if it would help with the pee. It did not. We haven't been back.
Is that the pee whisperer?
Yeah.
And what did he say to you? Why do you pee so much?
No, they just go and they play. They put the little dogs with the little dogs. They put the big dogs with the big dogs. I can't take Tank because he doesn't play well with others. But this is more of a take them and they walk them a couple times and they play. They're not getting lime spritz baths or whatever.
Penny Hardman, who has Ruby the Great Dane and Franklin a Persian cat, says, quote, "I've never done the math. It's going to startle me. After tallying up the outlay for daycare, grooming, gourmet dog food from Canada, and other assorted treats and accoutrements, she estimates that she and her husband Luke spend about $350 a month on their pets." Quote from Hardman, "We just like to light our money on fire and watch it burn. It's important to me that they are happy because they make me happy." Dr. Dave McGee, who's a Platte City chiropractor, estimates that he and his partner Mark, who's a lawyer, spend about $350 on Andy, their 15-year-old Bichon. A couple of years ago, they commissioned an artist in Denmark to cross-stitch a portrait of Andy. It cost them $5,000. The unveiling of the cross-stitch portrait was at Tail Wagon Pet Shop, says McGee. All our friends came to the unveiling.
Of course they did.
The store catered for the dogs, and we had the Opera House and River Market cater for the humans. Listen.
Be careful. They'll have no fury like the dog lover. When you're giving a lime spritzer conditioner to your dog, you have way too much disposable income. Laughing all the way to the bank.
these days. Hey, well, that's the lime spritzer that we got. Can we get it down to dog's breasts? Give me a break. They're dogs.
Here's my if you talk about life-saving measures, and we've had that conversation before, people will say, it's been $5,000, it's been $10,000, it's been whatever. And for whatever reason, that's an understandable expense for some of our listeners. And this extra fee for me, you live in that world? I don't think these people think it's $100, Scott.
So he said, not your, here it is, baby. Not your money, not your bill. They made it. They can put that on them.
Do you know what I think it shows? I think it shows the economy is roaring right now. Because if you have the money to run a lime spritzer bath for your dog, that says you're doing okay. You're doing okay if that's where you're spending the money.
If you're dropping $5,000 on a full-stitch contract with your animal, you're doing really well.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging.
I am.
You're letting it go. You're letting it go. So I'm not judging.
It is amazing to me, and again, preface it by saying I love my dog. Love her a lot. Probably love her too much. But I'm not getting my dog, I haven't even given my dog a bath over the winter yet. She'll get a bath when it gets wet enough outside and take the hose and spray her down.
I just run into soft people who don't have kids. Do you agree with that?
Yes,
I think so.
it's their fur babies.
Okay.
They view their pets as babies. I get it. People can get attached to their animals. It's perfectly natural. And so it's emotional.
You could spend that money on stuff. I can't justify it, but you shouldn't say it's a business for me. Because what's frivolous to me isn't frivolous to you, and what's frivolous to you isn't frivolous to somebody else.
Lime spritzer conditioner on a dog is frivolous.
I don't feel like I should be in the business of judging.
I
Heading
don't,
towards Liberty.
yeah. I don't know. Can you get to 152 going this way? I mean, to Brighton, if you can.
I don't think so. I haven't really driven very much back in this area.
My son used to live in the third house over there. So,
Oh, yeah?
yep. Not anymore.
Sold it and moved out, huh?
Yeah, they moved over by the airport. He actually sold it to his sister-in-law.
At least it's staying in family.
Does that not suggest to you that someone has a problem?
Oh my goodness, how long since I've even seen manual transmission? I actually like it.
I do too.
Is this your own car?
No, it's a friend of mine's. I brought it in today to get tires put on for him and new brakes.
I understand what you're saying, and I think that this was one case.
I used to have a van, double wide van with a manual, and man, took that place everywhere. Took that thing everywhere. I love that thing.
I mean, Tim, it is a
I
scourge to
never had a car that was manual, but I always had a truck.
Uh-huh.
I started out, when I first started out driving, I had a 64 Chevy, 3-speed on the column.
We had one of those. In fact, we had two of them, and one of them was manual.
And then the second one I had was a 72 Chevy pickup, 3-speed on the column.
Roosevelt, maybe?
Yeah.
We had a 78 Mustang. That thing was sweet.
Yeah. I really didn't get into the Fords. I usually had GMCs or Chevys.
Yeah, well, at that point, my ex-husband was working for Ford, so we had lots of Fords. The last bit of the baseball game. Yeah, I will.
Now, I was wondering how they were doing today.
Well, Trent said that they were ahead 4-0 when I came in about maybe half an hour ago.
Nice.
Yeah, more than that. So we'll see.
Yeah. I hope they do better this year than they did last year.
Yes. The guy who owns the business, Jeremy, is he he's kind of tall and he's got a long ponytail?
Yeah.
Is that him?
Yeah.
I talked to him when I came in one day. I didn't realize he was the owner, but I kind of guessed it.
Yeah, he owns the one in Liberty, too.
Oh, does he?
Yes.
Seems like a nice guy.
He is. And his wife runs a salon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, up here off North Oak.
Oh, my goodness. Well, is she like bookkeeper there too? I saw a business card.
Yes.
Last name, yeah.
Yes. They're both in on both these businesses, and she runs a salon too.
Sound like a busy pair.
They are. And they got 3 kids, 2 of them are twins.
Oh my goodness, I have twins. That's an adventure.
Yeah. Especially when it's girls.
Oh Lord, mine are boys. They still are boys. Yeah, I can believe that I had 3 boys and thought this is what I always tell people, thought I had this motherhood thing down, and then I had my daughter. Yes, the
Going
sex.
great?
Found out I'd just been lucky because she was a handful. And she's going to be 40 and she's still a handful.
I bet. I got 2 girls myself and 1 boy and 2 grandsons.
2.
So far,
Okay.
2.
Yeah. I have 10 grandchildren. But I think I've got a few years on you. It'll happen. Or not. Yeah, I love it.
Tell you right.